Welcome back to the S2000 build series. Today we are going to be replacing the OEM intake with a CompTech intake. I got a couple people helping me out today. Let's go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Oh, how's it going? My name's Mark.
My name's Jose.
All right, these guys are gonna do all the work for me today.
Yeah, we're gonna guide you.
All right, so we got all the parts laid out. It's good practice just in case, so if you're missing anything. We might possibly be missing something, but we're gonna go for it anyways. And I know the intake looks like it's all carbon fiber if you look at it in someone's engine bay, but it's really just this carbon fiber cover. And the reason why I chose this intake over most other ones is for this guy right here. Carb sticker. I do live in California, and I told you guys before I'm doing an OEM plus build here, so nothing too crazy. And this is supposed to look a lot better. In my opinion, it's the best looking intake for the S2000, second to the Mugen whale tail, but that thing's $1,700, so I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. And it should sound a little better. It should be a little funner to drive. So let's do a sound test, a little before sound test right now. So I don't know if you guys could even hear anything over the sound of the exhaust, but hopefully the CompTech will be a little bit more noticeable. It's obviously going to look a lot better, and it's going to happen regardless. So let's get to it. Step one is to obviously remove the stock airbox assembly. That includes the vacuum lines, the air control solenoid wiring harness, the crankcase vent tube, and of course you have to disconnect the MAF sensor. Take your time with this. There's a bunch of little clips holding things in place. You don't want to break anything. You want to be able to reuse them. Keep in mind, especially on an S2000, these clips are really old, so you don't want to break any of them. And you also don't want to be like us and drop things into the engine bay and spend 5 minutes trying to fish them out. Keep in mind that you will have to relocate the horn to get the box to fit in its designated position. We ended up relocating it right behind the new intake box. It's not as complicated as it seems. You can use the bracket provided in the kit and follow the instructions there, and it should work out perfectly fine. Eventually, we figured out where to relocate the air control solenoid. This is probably the most complicated part of this entire install. Just make sure you follow the diagram provided by CompTech exactly, and you will not have any problems. This part's really important to get right, because if you don't, you will throw a check engine light. Luckily, we got it first try, no problem, and just make sure you follow the diagram. Over here, we are relocating the horn. We ended up using the bolt that keeps the heat shield in place, and we slid that new bracket provided by CompTech behind all those lines that are right there. Fairly simple. I think you have some options if you wanted to put it somewhere else. It's really up to you, as long as the wiring harness that links up to the horn can reach that spot that you're going to mount it in. I think the spot that we picked was perfect, so it's that first main bolt that holds the heat shield in place. From here on out, we just put all of the new piping together. It includes putting the box up in the corner. There's some mounting points that are pretty clear, and then you build the rest of it out and make sure your tubes are out of the way of your belt, and then you're good to go. Okay, so we got the new box in. We had to relocate the horn over here. That took a little bit of finessing. Probably the hardest part in this whole install so far. In the images, it looked like there was supposed to be a bolt right here, but there's nothing for it to grab onto. So we just have two mounting points, this one and this one. Keep in mind that you'll have to use the different bracket if you have a 2002 or newer that they provide. The bracket is right here. You'll be able to see that in your kit. Right now, we are the new crankcase vent tube is going into the new piping, and then we'll be pretty close to getting done.
I think that
Oh, yeah.
one looks more fitted.
There you go. My bad.
It's fucking tool.
Hey, it works for some stuff. It worked for some things. He's like stupid hilarious when I watch a show. I'm like,
I hella died. Just like the up to speed intros, stuff like especially on the older 80 cards, it's like hella retro. Yeah, put the carbon 5s, dude.
Hell yeah. Now. Yeah, that's annoying.
Clean boy.
Ooh. Oh,
Take
damn, I didn't take a before and after.
Damn. Clean. I do wish this was not so plasticky though.
Yeah, right? Like they shouldn't have the carbon fiber.
Should have been at least like this, like more
Darker plastic.
yeah.
All right, moment of truth. Let's see if there's any check engine lights. We're good so far. It's a lot louder.
I gotta hear that VTEC.
All right, hopefully it captures the noise. This is filmed on an iPhone, so we'll see. Okay. Anyone want to roll with the passenger?
I'll come through. Sounds hella good.
There you go, there you go. Thank you, appreciate it. So normally there were people complaining about rubbing all around this edge, but it cleared perfectly fine. Had a little bit of weird fitment issues. Like I don't really like how that sits right there, but I think I can live with it. But overall, I'm super happy with it. I think it sounds pretty damn cool. And I think I owe you guys a beer now.
Oh yeah.
I think I owe you guys a beer. All right, well, thanks for watching.
Thank you.